Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer, the Divine Feminine, reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. Thank you for clicking on my clip. But I want to let you know that I have a free ebook linked below, my 6 Divine Feminine self-love strategies. They will help you transform your emotional wounds into personal wisdom. And I take a multidisciplinary approach. I include the laws of physics, psychology, neuroscience, shamanism, mysticism. I went wild, okay? So men can understand and women can understand. There's something there for everyone, because what I learned is when something's true, it's true in multiple places. All right, please like and subscribe and help me distribute my ebook to everyone for free by exploding my channel. Take care. Enjoy the clip. Bye. Cancel culture doesn't change how we feel about ourselves. And how we feel about ourselves is projected externally so that we can see ourselves. So when everyone learns to love themselves, self-love creates heaven on earth. When we all love ourselves and we're all projecting love from the vortex of our heart, and then that's mirrored back to us, we're encouraging love. And the most transformative energy is enlightenment. And yeah, I'll get into changing the world as an inside job after this, because I'll show you another physics experiment that really clearly illustrates how when you spend time with someone who experiences enlightenment all the time, then you will naturally also learn to process your emotions, and that will help you energetically also expand your emotional range. Because when you want to align with the highest vibrating energy, and if you have to let go of fear, guilt, and shame to do it, that's the triggering process. That's the triggering process. It triggers emotional pain to the surface so it could be transformed, and then you vibrate higher. Then you're more in alignment with that higher vibrating energy. Triggers are your healing friend, not your healing foe.
That
That's an
lie was dead on
external locus of
arrival. Here,
control. This is what happens when we use a worldview to understand science. Like we saw that professor. Well, what's systemic racism? That's the only lens that she's been taught to look through, so she can't get at what reality is really going on. So when we looked at, well, how does the heart push the blood? That's the wrong question. When we don't ask the right questions, we don't get at what's really going on. Now, I understand that 400 years ago, we didn't understand physics like the way we do, but he's going to say in a second, we've understood this for 40 years, the Heart Math Institute, but we're not teaching it to kids. It goes against the Christian worldview, external locus of control. So people will fight against it subconsciously. That's a wound. When we have an external locus of control, that's the victim mindset. That sets us up for codependency. You're the problem, you're the problem, you're the problem. That's not acknowledging that we live in a holographic universe. Early Christians, I'm the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. So I focus on Christianity. Early Christians were focused on inner authority. But in the 4th century, when they created the Christian church, there was the rise of the nation state. So they deleted 17 of the Gospels, kept 4, and used those 4 to create a church that supported the rise of a masculine-led nation state. Inner authority, female inner authority, was in direct contradiction to that. So suppress the feminine, institutionalize the feminine in compassion, nurturing, forgiveness from a male God. Forgiveness is feminine. Oh, and women can't talk. Communication is feminine. So what happens when we repress the feminine? Were there a lot of wars? Did the Christian church kill a lot of people during the Spanish Inquisition, during the Crusades, while burning people at the stake, manifest destiny, lacking wisdom, femininity? Because I've noticed that my definition of a patriarchy is what happens at a Boy Scout camporee without women. That's when the fingers get blown off. That's when the fires get out of control, when they lack a spark of wisdom. It's all external control on the physical, on nature and people, on animals. Mother Earth, femininity, wisdom. I mean, Christianity justified manifest destiny by God gives us dominion over animals and land. Did we destroy our ecological systems by killing all the buffalo, the beavers, the wolves, the otters, the salmon, which are all keystone species that contribute to stopping flooding, drought, wildfires and stabilize the land? Did we create our own problem? Do we live in a holographic universe showing us ourselves in every moment as a constant feedback loop for self-improvement? Yes, we do.
They know
Yes,
the
the
heart has
neurological
more
structure in the
neuronal
heart
cells than
is
parts
far
of the
more
brain.
complex than the brain, and the heart sends far more signals to the brain than the other way around. Inner authority of the soul. So our physiology supports inner authority. When something's true, it's true in multiple places. That only I have sovereignty over my own soul. And the constitution of my soul, my emotions, if my emotions are typically in fear, guilt, and shame, that's what's going to come out of my heart, and that's what's going to create my reality. So I had a rape wound, a replaceable wound, I'm the problem wound. So was that a positive reality that I was living in?